I thought it was a bitch move. I really did.
Have you spoken?
I would never. If you chin someone at a presser, if you do that, it's different. But when you
an example of Jake Paul. Did you call Jed right now?
Yeah.
True news, Jake Paul has been arrested.
We got him, guys.
Yeah.
We got the guy that did the serious thing.
In the first shocking 30 seconds, Jake Paul is hauled away in handcuffs after a wild confrontation with Anthony Joshua's team explodes into a public scene. It looked less like a boxing event and more like a live TV meltdown. Jake screaming, shoving, completely losing control in front of the cameras. Once again, he proved he has no discipline, no respect, and absolutely no grip on the rules of this sport. But this was only the beginning. And what happened next flipped the entire arena upside down. Stay with this story, because the fallout gets darker.
You know, like we don't know, but that really, really rattled him for him to think of and plan doing something like that.
Yeah, because we see things happen in...
Jake Paul's arrest exposes a deeper problem, his complete inability to manage conflict or think 2 steps ahead. Charging into Anthony Joshua's team wasn't just reckless, it was predictable. Instead of focusing on becoming a real contender, Jake keeps diving into chaos that destroys his own reputation. And just when people thought the drama was over, the real footage dropped, and everything changed. Don't go anywhere. The twist hits hard.
That, you know, he get that straightened out and he get back to focus on his family and his career.
There's something almost ironic about Jake Paul's choices. He keeps making reckless, avoidable mistakes, like a character in a thriller who never learns his lesson. Fans watched in disbelief as he once again walked straight into trouble, this time picking a fight with Anthony Joshua's team for no reason. His judgment wasn't just bad, it was non-existent. And then when the full video surfaced, everything shifted. Stick around, because this story is about to get even more intense.
Really? Yeah.
Wonder why you would do that.
Strange, isn't it?
Probably the guy's just a fucking...
There's something almost ironic about Jake Paul's choices. He keeps making reckless, avoidable mistakes, like a character in a thriller who never learns his lesson. Fans watched in disbelief as he once again walked straight into trouble, this time picking a fight with Anthony Joshua's team for no reason. His judgment wasn't just bad, it was non-existent. And then, when the full video surfaced, everything shifted. Stick around, because this story is about to get even more intense.
But I do feel it's maybe what the sport doesn't need, and yet many people are saying, no, it's great, you watch it. Everybody wants to go to that.
Tom Little's reaction said everything. He's skeptical, unimpressed, and completely unconvinced. Jake Paul can handle real pressure. Sure, Jake isn't totally useless, but nothing he's done so far inspires confidence against a powerhouse like Anthony Joshua. It feels like the start of a slow-burn thriller, where the underdog doesn't realize he's walking into a machine built to destroy him. And the real shock comes later. Don't look away. The next reveal hits even harder.
If he's a real, I'm not saying he can't fight, I'm not saying he's rubbish, I'm not saying he's useless, but we will see how good he is. And if I'm right in what I'm saying, he'll quit.
Jack Catterall breaks it down like an expert analyzing a dangerous case. Jake Paul is way out of his depth. Weight classes exist for a reason, and Jake pushing past them without proper preparation isn't bravery, it's reckless fantasy. When he stepped up to Anthony Joshua's team, it felt like watching someone jump into a hurricane. And from here, things only get more dangerous. Stay tuned. The next part exposes everything.
You know what? Everybody's weight situation and weight making situation is unique to them. There's weight classes for a reason. I know some people are going to 2 extreme lengths. I don't know. I can't comment on it. I wish him to be safe and well, like I wish every fighter. But that's their business.
Jake Paul laughed off his own arrest, but the world isn't laughing with him. His behavior, immature, wild, completely detached from reality, shows how reckless he's become. Mocking the confrontation with Anthony Joshua's team wasn't confidence. It was cluelessness. And that's just the surface. Because once the full details were revealed, the tone shifted from comedy to crisis. Don't miss what happens next.
Expect that from Chisora. I'm not going to lie, when it happens, I laughed my head off. I absolutely laughed my head off.
I did too.
I thought it was quite poetic. I thought what happened was quite...
Adam Smith captures the chaos perfectly. Jake Paul turning the head-to-head into a disaster zone, while Anthony Joshua stood calm, almost amused, unfazed by Jake's theatrics. The contrast was cinematic. Joshua, disciplined and composed. Jake, loud and spiraling. Jake didn't elevate the moment. He embarrassed himself. And from this point, the story takes a sharp turn. Stay locked in. The next twist explains everything.
Price is big for the casual fans. Do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger, and we wait to see what happens next.
Jake Paul threatening to sue after provoking Anthony Joshua's team plays out like a courtroom twist no one saw coming. Rather than take responsibility, Jake acted like the victim, deflecting blame and demanding attention. Meanwhile, Anthony Joshua stayed calm, focused, and professional, the complete opposite of Jake's meltdown. But once the official footage was released, everything flipped. Stick with this, because the truth is brutal.
He's probably going to sue them one day.
Frank Warren doesn't hold back. He compares Jake Paul to a car crash, impossible to ignore, but for all the wrong reasons. Jake thrives on chaos, not skill, while Anthony Joshua stands as the definition of discipline. This incident didn't just expose Jake's reliance on drama. It proved his rise is built on spectacle, not talent. And the real shock came when insiders started questioning his legitimacy. You're going to want to hear the next part.
Do it or not, this is a car crash, and people will watch it because that's what people do at car crashes, and that's what this is.
Eddie Hearn paints a clear picture. Jake Paul is out of his depth, stubborn, and dangerously uninformed about the boxing world he claims to dominate. His arrogance makes him unpredictable, and not in a good way. Meanwhile, Anthony Joshua continues building a legacy grounded in discipline and respect. The contrast is massive and impossible to ignore. And from here, the story enters its most dramatic turn yet. Don't miss this next chapter.
Even he's stubborn and he doesn't understand what the business means to us. So, again, this is not something that we do often, but we're not fucking around here.
Carl doesn't sugarcoat anything. He exposes Jake Paul with the precision of a seasoned analyst. Joshua may not be at his absolute peak, but even at 80%, he outclasses Jake in every department. Timing, distance, accuracy, ring IQ. Jake's loss to Tommy Fury already proved his limits, and this confrontation only magnifies them. But when the leaked backstage audio came out, the entire narrative shifted. Stay with this, because the final reveal is devastating.